Hey everybody, welcome back to Runaway Roses. This weekend we're out doing a little fall camping.
That's right, it's beautiful out here, just out enjoying the crisp air and the beautiful leaves.
Yep, and we have a few changes, and I'm going to let Todd give you that update.
And it's big. Stay tuned. All right, so let's just go ahead and get into the big news. So if you had to watch our video that we put out 2 or 3 weeks ago about our Ford 7.3 liter towing our trailer and hauling the camper and all that, at the end of that video, I said this. This is my very first Ford truck I've ever had, and I did choose to get the gas, obviously, and maybe a Power Stroke one day. Who knows? May try it. I've tried about everything else. Why not a Power Stroke, right?
And if you've been watching our videos long enough, you know we're not afraid of change.
That's right. We made another change. And what did we change to? We changed to this. It's a 2020 Ford F450 Cab Chassis truck. All right.
Taylor, you ready?
She's ready.
In your new truck?
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Let's go. And why do we change from our Ford F350 7.3 liter gas to this Power Stroke F450 diesel? Not because the F350 gas motor couldn't do the job, because it could. It was a great truck. I did love that truck, but we got a smoking deal on this truck, and we just couldn't help but to go ahead and swap it out and get this. But the main reason that we were even considering getting this truck was we wanted another flatbed. That's the main reason. It wasn't really anything about the motor, the power. It was about the storage. We honestly did miss our old Ram 4500 with the skirted flatbed, and that's what we get with this truck. So let's just walk around and take a quick look at it. So with this truck, like I said, it's a 2020 Ford F450 Cab Chassis truck, and it is Power Stroke. So I am actually, for the first time, trying out a Power Stroke, and I wasn't expecting to do it so soon after mentioning it in that video a few weeks ago, but here we are. You know, like Carla said, we're not afraid of change. But let's walk around the truck here. Since we bought the truck, I did put some new tires on it. I did stick with the original size. I put some Falcon tires on there. I put drive tires all the way around on this to just get a little bit more traction. So far they've been great. And this truck is an XLT model. Our F350 was a Lariat, and it had all the bells and whistles for the most part. I mean, there's higher packages, but everything you know, that we liked on it. So the XLT, it doesn't have leather seats and heated or cooled seats, but most of the other stuff it does have. You know, the big, you know, pretty good sized screen on there. It's got the power folding mirrors, and you know, it's got most everything we need to feel comfortable while we're traveling. With the F450, it does have the wide track front end, so the steering on it is fantastic. You know, you can pull back into a parking space or pull into a sharp turn if you really need to. So that I am really enjoying that again, because our Ram did have that, so that was nice. So this bed was already on this truck. It's a CM 9-foot 4-inch skirted bed. Skirted meaning it's got the boxes down here. It's not just the flatbed, and so that gives us a lot more storage. I got a toolbox in there and that sort of thing, and so there's 4 boxes, 2 boxes on each side, and then I just kind of quickly built these rails yesterday, so we can throw some stuff behind them. Here's what the side rails look like all finished up. I finished painting them, put some rear supports on them, and I put some hardware with some turnbuckles on them to tie them back to the camper bump stop that's up against the headache rack. And all finished up. They look great. They'll hold some stuff back there for now. We do have some future plans, but for now they'll work. We do have some future plans that hoping to do something a little nicer and fancier. This is kind of temporary for a little while, but I threw them together pretty quick, and that'll kind of solve the purpose of if we want to throw something behind there until we do what we may have planned in the future. So That's about it for this side. Just walk around the other side. So on the back of this CM bed, it has a 2-inch hitch on there, so I am going to have to go to a hitch shop and try to either have our super hitch put in its place or have something reworked so we can use our hitch extension from Torque Lift. And so that will be one of the modifications that we'll be hoping to do soon, and that'll be a big one so we can basically pull our trailer as well and make everything, you know, as sturdy and safe as we possibly can. So when we were test driving the truck, there was a cat scale nearby, so he took the opportunity to stop and weigh the truck, and we got out of it so the truck was completely empty, weighed it, and got the ticket on that, as you'll see in a moment. The auxiliary fuel tank that was on the back of the truck, as well as the boxes I took off, that was an additional 340 pounds. So subtract that from the gross weight of 9940, comes out at right at 9,600 pounds for the truck with the flatbed on it. So here on the driver's side, again, we got being the skirted bed, we got 2 boxes, 1 on each side. We were actually able to get our grill in here, so that's our new grill box there. So that's pretty cool. Store that in there. We are back to the DEF fluid being diesel, and then the fuel tank filler there. Take this rail off.
Much lighter than our last one.
Yep, sure is. And I just want to show you what I've done as far as our setup for the bumper that the camper rests against. So basically what I've done here is this is a 2x10, and then I have some blocks that I had cut a couple years ago. I think they're about 4x6 or like 3 3/4 by 6. And so basically this 2x10 rests up against the headache rack, and then there's 2 large blocks in the middle, and then the camper can actually rest against that. And it's worked well. This I had from a couple years ago with our Ram. So I still had it in the garage, so I just put it in here and I just made it work, and didn't take much, just a few minutes.
You can't see it because it's stained black.
Yeah, I painted it black. And then and what I also did was I added a 7-pin connection down behind this bumper, for lack of a better term. So I ran a 7-pin connection plug in there, ran up through the bed and connected it to the gooseneck wiring underneath, and so that way we can just plug the camper in super easy and it's out of the way. And right now we're reusing our Happy Jack quick load turnbuckles, and they work great.
You drilled some holes?
Yeah, I drilled holes just like I did on our Ram 4500. It's basically the exact same bed, so I just drilled some 5/8 holes into this steel rail, and it works great. You know, we did it on the last truck, drove all over with it, and we're doing it again with this, and it's been great so far. So so that's it for our bed set up as far as getting our camper to work, and it just fit on super easy, ready to do some more traveling. One of the things I've grown to love about the Ford is you can actually get power folding mirrors on a class 4 truck, 4 or 5 truck. So it sounds silly, some people care less about power folding mirrors, but since we put our truck in the garage often, and for loading and unloading the camper, the power folding mirrors on this is very handy. I do love that, and I've grown to love this exterior keyless entry. Put your code in, and because I'm often out in the garage or doing something, I need to get in the truck, or if we're camping, yeah, I can just get in and out of the truck without having to go get the key and that sort of thing. So that was a nice feature about these Ford trucks. So here's a little peek inside the truck, the XLT, and it does have the cloth interior, which I really do like. It's very comfortable. The seats on this Ford truck is very comfortable, and see, it's got the 8-inch screen or whatever it is. So it's a very comfortable truck, and the power folding mirrors, just push the button, as well as they telescope in and out. You just push this button and brings them in, pushes it back out. Love that. You can't get that on a Ram, although I do love Ram trucks, but it is a bonus for a Ford.
So I love the Ford truck, and while I love the Ram truck, I really enjoy the Ford because, like the last one, I feel like I can see better over the hood and I can see better out the side windows because of the little scoop there. So I really enjoy driving it. And another thing is we have tons of storage now, as Todd said, and we could store the grill back there. Now we don't have to store it inside the camper, under the table, under the seat in the camper. The truck's white, Todd's favorite color, so it matches our camper, and looks great on it. And
the steering radius, you like that?
Yeah, I like the steering radius as well. It's a really tight turning radius. And I remember before we even bought a Ram, the Ram 4500, we had driven a 450, and I just remember the turning radius being so tight. I was like, wow, this is awesome. You can like do a U-turn and not even think about it.
And our Ram 450 or 4500, it had a wide track front end as well, so it did steer very sharply.
I did, but I feel like this one is a little bit tighter. I could be totally wrong. Maybe it's just because I can see better out of it. But
yeah,
I really like this truck. I really like it a lot. The only thing I don't like is it doesn't have heated seats.
Maybe the next one.
Maybe the next one.
So I was pretty excited when I found this truck because this truck is like I said, it's a 2020, but it only has 21,000 miles on it. So it's practically like new. A few more miles than our F350 had on it. But for a power stroke, 21,000 is basically nothing almost. So pretty excited about that. It's the color I like, and we got such a great deal on trading our 2022 F350 in that basically we got about what we paid for it. And no joke, it was like $1,810 difference to trade in our F350 and get this F450 Cab Chassis truck with the $9,500 CM skirted flatbed on it. So it's kind of a no-brainer. It was just such a great deal. We couldn't pass it up. So that's why we're back to a flatbed. Carla, is this our final setup for a while?
Yes. I love this Northern Lite. It's a great camper. I mean, not that any of our other ones weren't, but this Northern Lite I feel like it's the best of both worlds. It doesn't have a slide. And the only one thing about this camper is that right now on this flatbed we can't get into the garage, so we still have to figure out a solution for that. But I do love the Northern Lite, and I like it with the flatbed truck because now we have tons of storage outside, and the camper is just real cozy inside.
And it looks cool.
And it looks very cool. So yeah, probably for a while we're good.
So like Carla said, we are back to having an issue with getting our camper off our truck in the garage. We tried it, and it's about an inch or two shy of having enough room. So we're gonna have to either do some sort of air suspension to the truck, Kelderman type thing, possibly. We can save up for that. Or we do have another possible solution. Since we are only a couple inches shy, probably more so an inch, but we are thinking about replacing our air conditioner with a lower profile air conditioner, a quieter air conditioner.
We don't love this air conditioner anyway, so it just gives us an excuse to get rid of it.
Yeah, because this air conditioner, it works fine, but God, it's terribly loud.
We can't hear each other whenever we're in the camper or watch TV or anything else for that matter.
The typical Dometic, crazy loud air conditioner. So we are wanting to get rid of that. And so we're looking at the Houghton, if that's how you say it, on Rec Pro, and it's about 2 inches shorter than this Dometic. So, and that 2 inches may be all we need. So we may swap that out, and hopefully that'll be enough that we can take the camper off in the garage. And plus that would also give us a heat pump as well. So pretty cool.
Yep.
I don't know. We'll see. We're checking into that, but we'll see. But we got to do something so we get the camper off the truck in the garage. So I know, we're crazy. We just keep on changing, right? Hasn't even been a year since we had that F350, but we did love it. And it's nothing bad about that truck. It was a great truck. And it's just that we got a good deal on this, and we were really, like I said, wanting that extra storage.
And it's white.
And it's white. I really do prefer white trucks. So, you know, not a big deal. You know, let's try a Power Stroke. So here we are. We're going to try a Power Stroke out and see how it does. So,
Yep.
yeah. So you never know when we're going to change. You got to stay tuned. And, you know, who knows what we're going to have next. We might have a Super C. It's not happening. But anyhow, appreciate you watching and sticking around. And just stay tuned for some more ventures and some more updates and upgrades and that sort of thing that we may be doing to this truck and our camping setup. So,
Yep.
and thanks again. Please like, tag, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And we'll see you next time on Runaway Roses. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.